Hello and welcome to another episode of the Warped Ones RPG. Today we're rolling our characters. We've already done our patron, Mick Rawave, a Magus Biologus.
I think you'll find his name is Magos Biologus Mick Rawave. Give him his full title.
Exactly.
So I've done a bit of research into the what the role of a Magus or Magus. Is it Magus or Magus? Magus.
Magos. Yeah.
Magus.
Magos.
Yeah.
Magos.
Major Magus. It's a Magus. So done a bit of research just to try and get a feel on how to role play it a little bit. Because not only am I going to, it sort of dawned on me the other day, not only am I going to be role playing him, I'm going to be role playing every character you meet in the world.
And this is a man that loves his role play.
I've got the whips and chains ready to go, mate. Wait till I come on with a gimp mask.
It's like a Jakari dungeon.
So I think this episode isn't really going to be. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be part of it because I'd like to see what you roll for your characters. We've decided we're going to do it all randomly. I've got my pen and paper here, so I can make notes as we go. But I think you guys said you're going to screenshot me your character sheets anyway and send it across. I can sort of.
We're living life on the edge. We've decided, haven't we, gents?
Yes, and we're all going to go random.
Yeah,
we could.
So,
we could do it. We could choose and
gods.
that stuff, but we trust the dice gods. They've never let us down. We've always rolled sixes, and therefore,
So, what's going to happen is we're all going to have the same characters because you've all rolled once.
yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. It'll be so good. So yeah, so for us, so what we're rolling today, so obviously we're playing the Imperium Maledictum, and we're into the second part. And as we explained in part one, episode one, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out, and also like and subscribe because we're funny guys. Some of us, maybe one.
Yeah, Simon's the odd one out. Yeah. He likes the Shellfish Lounge at the moment.
I'm very serious. I'm sitting here in the study. No, it's nice in my front room. I've got one. That's it.
At least we look professional, you know. At least we bothered to.
I'm streaming. I can't get the Warped Ones logo behind me. Whatever. I'm showing off. I'm a state of the art radiator.
Mick would be proud.
Mick Rawave and his pet radiator.
Magus Radator.
Radator.
So I think we like to try and make AdMech names out of normal household appliances.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to be doing, so we're on to, as Adam said, the creating a character. So we're going to be, we've got a few steps to do this in this one. We're going to be looking at the characteristics, so that's all the attributes and strength, agility, intelligence, and we'll talk through that. We're then going to be looking at the origin of our characters, determining their faction, the role within that faction, the equipment they're going to be carrying, adding some detail, bringing our character to life, and adding some finishing touches. But the like we said, is that depending on how fast we're going and what we're doing, then it might be that we bring our character to life and add some detail in our off time, in our downtime before we hit. And we'll talk about that as we come into episode 3 as we're starting our story. For good, so we'll see how quick we get through it and that sort of stuff because we're going to be random rolling. It should be quite straightforward.
Random
rolling. So the career path. Your career path is a summary of what your character has done before you start playing Imperium Maledictum. This path begins with your birth and winds from your childhood when your method of serving the Imperium was established to your place in its hierarchy as an adult. You can think of your career path as your path through life, for there is no life beyond service to the Emperor. So, genius.
They're not much different to what we are.
Absolutely. So, on to our first one then, gentlemen, into determining some characteristics for our characters. So, what we've got is we are going to be rolling 2d10 plus 20 for the 9 characteristics which we have from whence it comes. 9 characteristics, and we're going to be rolling 2d10 plus 20. If we choose to keep them random, we will gain 50 XP. If we choose to change them, we can rearrange them, we can swap them around, or we can do things like that, or we can actually choose them for no XP. But I think we've decided we're going to be fairly random for this, aren't we, gents?
Yeah, you guys obviously want that bonus XP?
Hey, what's that, Sean?
I want to level up. I need that XP.
Damn right. We all need that XP, don't we? That's the thing.
Need that intelligence boost.
Yeah, absolutely. We all need that.
I've needed that for a long time.
So sounds good. Cool. Okay, so what we've got, if everyone takes a look, not you guys because you can't see it, but if everyone takes a look at the bottom right-hand screen. Oh, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you my dice tray now. Hopefully you gentlemen can now see the dice tray on your screen.
Just about.
So we're going to be rolling the dice. I'll call it out for you as well, but we're going to roll the dice live on camera
God.
rather than having the people at home just seeing us look down and we could be saying any number we would like to and cheating. We're going to be rolling using the masters of dicesimulator.com. Thank you very much. You were the best one I could find online at the time. Yeah. Shout out. Do you sponsor people? I'm not sure if the online digital dice sector is booming at the moment, but if you are doing well, roll the dice and sponsor us.
Are we just trying to get every
I think
sponsor
The
we can
online
get?
digital dice sector.
I think COVID was their pinnacle.
Right, what we need is another pandemic.
Yeah. And people to love some dice rolling. And obviously not order actual dice. You know, we need a real life dice shortage, and then you are in dicesimulator.com. Yes.
Sounds a bit dicey to me.
Oh god.
Oh no. Right, okay, so here we go, gentlemen. So who would like to go first and be rolling those bad boy dice?
I'll go first. I don't mind.
Okay,
Go on then.
okay, here we go.
I'm eager.
2d10 plus 20. So, first of all, Lee, are you athletic? Because we're rolling your athletics. Here we go.
Oh, are we? I thought it was
Is it weapon?
skills,
Yes,
first
it is
one.
weapon skill.
Yeah, it's weapon skill.
I take
Yeah,
it back. It's not. It's not
athletics is not. It's that's not an attribute, is it? It's not a
I got
skill.
every
Characteristics. So athletics is
Shut
something
up.
completely
I
different.
got every excited look down instead of up. Whatever. Your weapon skill. So you've got a 7 and an 8.
Ooh.
Plus 20.
Yeah.
Which is?
Yeah, so 35.
Ooh, good times. Not bad, not bad.
Fine.
Ballistic skill. Ooh. 2 and an O.
2-0.
22.
no. Oh, no, it must be 10. No, Zoe must be 10 then.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Hey.
I mean, you're on a 0.
Yeah, I can't shoot a barn door.
32. Here we go. Next one.
I'm a
This is
stormtrooper.
now your strength.
Strength.
I'm going to say it's a 4 and a 2. Oh, you're a bit of a weakling. Now your toughness. 59.
Ooh.
Oh, it's
You
not
added the
59. It's
20.
5 and 9, isn't it?
I was
5 and
gonna
9.
say.
Not 59.
34.
Some beefcake.
Oh, Jesus. At least I'm tough.
He's weak, but he can take a punch.
8 and 5.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson with a cannonball.
8, and this is
8 and 5,
and this is your
85.
agility. 33 for
33.
agility. Your intelligence, double ones. A 4 and a 9.
33.
He's doing well.
You're relatively smart.
He's doing this. He's doing well. All right. Perception.
Happy
Perception.
with this. If I
4 and
sense
8. That's
anything.
12 for perception. 32.
32.
Your will.
I feel like you could be calling out
I
bingo
know. Your
numbers.
willpower.
Simon.
Let me try it. 2 fat. Oh, it is. 2 fat ladies. 88.
What, is it 2 8s, is it?
Ladies, 88.
96.
I have the
That's
willpower.
amazing. You can see the future.
I have.
2 fat ladies, 88. The willpower. And then finally, what's the
Kelly
last
died,
one?
number 1.
Fellowship.
Fellowship.
Oh, I thought it was feelings.
I have no feelings.
You've got
God.
a 9 and a 6. 15 plus 20, 35.
Jesus, that's
He's not a bad
I've
little
heard straight.
beast, is he?
What's your highest characteristic? Is it the willpower?
yeah.
He's
Willpower.
done well, that boy. That's not bad
He's
rolling.
not done bad,
I didn't
is
see
he?
a
But-
single one in that roll.
But other than strength, everything's between 32 and 36.
I think you're looking at
Jesus.
about an average of about 30 to 35 is a good sort of starting
I
point.
think that's looking fairly.
Kind of
I don't
like
know.
yeah.
It's looking fairly average. To me.
Because I don't think you want it too high, do you? I mean, we've never done an RPG before. We've seen there's people at home watching this. Like, no,
I already know
shit.
my
No,
game
that's
plan for
very
this.
good.
You're
That
like
is.
that. I haven't got
My
to.
game plan for this entire RPG is let Lee run forward.
Oh, and if he doesn't, right?
You're now tank.
I just want.
Your default.
I just
tank.
want the strength.
Operation Lee is a shield.
I just want to roll enough strength, so if he doesn't run forward, I throw
Operation
him
Human
forward.
Shield.
I just want to throw him forward. If he doesn't.
I'm tough enough to survive it. Fine.
Right, okay. Sean, me or you next? What do you want to do?
Oh, I don't
Okay,
mind.
you can go next. Here we go. Right,
Okay.
weapon skill coming up.
Ooh.
Ooh, 13.
13, which makes it
33.
33.
Okay, your ballistic skill.
Ballistics.
Ooh, 2 fat ladies.
So that'll be 36.
Yeah.
Dead Eye Sean.
I'm gonna say.
So I can hit you with a hammer and I can shoot you with a gun.
Hell yeah.
Well, you can throw the hammer. You haven't got a
Doing
gun.
well.
You just throw the hammer.
What are the
Hammer
What are
darts.
the chances on 2d10? I'm getting 2 fat ladies, both in a row. Anyway, next
So what's
one.
my strength?
Your strength is 10, so 30 strength.
Oh, so I can hit you. I
Like
just
a
can't hit you very
carpet.
hard.
It's still not bad. Still rolling a 10.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It's not too bad. That's good. It's not too bad. Okay, your toughness. Ooh, 15. 6 and a 9.
Ooh. 6 and a 9.
Your agility, sir. Oh, is 9. So 29 agility.
Oh, so I'm pretty slow.
Yeah, you're not really a feline, that's for sure.
You're like a dwarf.
You're not a cat.
I don't land on my feet.
Oh, on cat. Oh, no, he's back again. That's good. Okay. What's the next one? Agility. So intelligence. Oh no, it's a 0 is a 10, isn't it? I thought you rolled a 4 on intelligence, which is funny.
I was gonna say that.
Your
Regal bash.
your intelligence.
I'm a bash.
Your intelligence is 14, so that's 34.
34, yeah.
Okay. Then the perception. Oh, here we go. 7.
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't see
I
anything.
don't know what's going on
nothing.
around me.
Well, I think luckily we've got Magos Biologos Mick Rawave, who can at least give you new eyeballs for your perception or glasses.
This is a good point.
Well, he's a biologist, isn't he? So you won't get mechanical ones. You grow you a new set that are better.
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's true. That's cool. Okay. Willpower. 6.
Oh no.
Don't-
I'm easily corruptible.
no willpower.
Don't do this.
You're
No,
easily
do it.
you're the
Okay.
drug addict to the bunch. You're the alcoholic drug addict.
Yeah, but I love how you guys go down that way, and I thought, well, he's got poor perception and poor willpower, so I just assumed that he's a blind as a bat bloke who can't say no to a chocolate bar. Yeah.
Piece of candy.
It's like we'd
Piece
have
of
to
candy.
wheel him around because he's so fat.
Talking of chocolate bar.
And now your fellowship. Oh, your fellowship is 15. Oh, so you're part of the group nicely.
Yay. I have friends.
Pity.
Friends love you. And that's nice. Okay. Right, so let's roll my bad boys up. Here we go. Double ones for my.
Come on.
For my weapon skill, I've rolled a 3.
Yay!
It's alright, you just
So
can't stab
20,
someone. It's fine.
23 I've just rolled. Oh, please, hopefully I'm good at shooting. For my shooting, oh yes, I am. I've just rolled a 15. Good. So,
Oh, he's a sniper.
So
He's
I've
a
got-
snipper.
I'm a sniper, but I don't know which way round to hold an axe. So that's good.
Yeah, but you're gonna roll something like you're a melee warrior or
Well,
something.
sadly, yes. Well, sadly, the 88. I've rolled a 9. So for my strength, I'm 29. So that goes with my feeble ability to actually do anything with a weapon. That's good. What toughness? My toughness. Ooh. This is random. I'm sure DiceSimulator.com has done random stuff, but I just rolled 2 fat ladies again.
That's 3 times. 3 times in one evening.
We're not questioning you, Dice Simulator. I'm sure you do a great job, and it's random. But
That's 6 fat ladies.
Don't question them, because if there is a dice renaissance and they are the premier dice online.
I thought we were warped ones, not Weight
Oh,
Watchers.
my agility is 18. 38 agility.
Oh,
Ooh.
you rapid little snipper, you.
Yes, I like it. I've got 2 and a 6, so I've got 8.
8.
8 from my intelligence. 28 and 28.
Thick as
I can
shit.
He's
roll-
going to run away really quickly, but then he's going to run into a wall.
But I can do it. But I could.
Or the-
Excuse me.
or
With
in
that
front of the
agility, I'm
enemy.
going to run up the fucking wall.
Yeah, and then right into the face of the enemy. And go,
Spider-Man.
boom.
Right.
I'm gonna hit
my
you.
perception
Oh wait, I
is
can't.
12, so 32 perception. Still better than Sean, and I'm happy with that.
He sees the wall, but he
Ooh,
still runs
double
into it.
7. I got a 14 for willpower.
I wonder what will happen if I run into this wall a second time.
So 34 for willpower, and my fellowship. How much I like you all. Is a 6.
That sounds about right. We don't like you either, so that works out quite well, doesn't it?
26 fellowship. Screw you all. So there we go.
We won't let you persuade someone, shall we?
I-
It won't work.
Persuasion.
That's cool. Right, okay. That's awesome stuff. So, ballistic skill, strength, toughness. There's nothing we need to explain there, I don't think. I think it all fairly does what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So now we're on to the origins. The circumstances of your early life are known as your origin and determine some characteristics in your chances of being recruited by a specific faction. You were likely born in the Macarian sector, one of untold billions who are part of the largest human empire that ever existed, the Imperium of Mankind. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be rolling a D100. So that's going to be 2d10, but then taking them as 10s instead. So the first dice. So as you can see it on the screen, we're going to whatever dice is furthest on the left is going to be the 10s, and the furthest on the right is going to be the 1s.
What if they're on top of each other? What are you gonna?
Well, they're on top of each other. Then the top one is going. The top one is going
Wait.
to be the 10s, and the bottom one's going to be 1. And if by some magic, dicesimulator.com allows me to roll my dice off the table like I normally do, we'll just re-roll them.
You can see
That's a new feature
CP
they're bringing.
re-roll
Damn
it.
right, damn right. Okay, so let's go for it. So basically, you can be an world, a feral world, a feudal world, a forge world, a hive world, a schola progenium, a shrine world. I went. Put my teeth back in.
Shrine.
I've been on the consecrated wine in the shrine world, shrine world, and voidborn. So born in space. Ooh. So let's see. We want that. We'll go back to Lee first. Lee, here comes your origin.
Yep.
You've rolled. Ooh, 71.
Schola Progenium.
I don't know if that's
I've
good or
got
not.
it here. So,
How intelligent are you?
what was your intelligence?
Right,
My
no,
intelligence.
we don't want your IQ.
Not your
not
IQ,
your
the
IQ.
character.
Lee.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to write my stuff. Try to write it down.
You roll for intelligence.
Oh, it's
33.
not too bad. He's gonna like it. So, Adam, what's a Schola Progenium then? What's that tell us about?
So, wherever you were born, you don't remember it. So that's a good start.
Oh,
Can't be that intelligent, can I?
That's what it says. You are progenitor, an orphan whose parents died in service to the Imperium. You are brought to a Schola Progenium, one of many orphanages run by the Ecclesiarchy on various worlds of the Imperium, all designed to create the ideal servants of the God Emperor of mankind. Your memories of the life before the Schola were wiped from your consciousness, leaving you a blank slate, clay to be moulded into an uncompromising leader, a dauntless warrior, or a zealous preacher, whichever the Imperium needs. Your early years were an unyielding, severe regimen of religious indoctrination, physical conditioning, and exacting education. You emerged from the Schola a discipled exemplar of the Imperial Creed, ready to excel in his name. You gain +5 fellowship and +5 to either weapon skill or ballistic skill or toughness. And you also gain a chrono.
I don't know.
I don't know. I need to find out what that is.
Yeah, so chuck it down on your equipment. You've got a chrono. That's nice.
And then we'll find out what that
I'm
is.
guessing it's a watch. You've got a
Yeah,
lovely,
I got a
Rolex.
watch, beautiful.
It's Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who.
Rolex.
He's got a Tardex.
A Tardex.
It's got an Apple Watch.
Copyright dodging. All my Tardex. Right, so Lee, you have to think about: are you gaining 5 fellowship or 5 weapon skill, ballistic skill?
Well, no,
are you going to wait, or are you going to chuck it in there?
yeah, no. So my fellowship goes up anyway.
Oh yes, it does.
So that goes up to 40 now.
Okay. Ooh.
For Adam's sake.
All right, whatever.
And then I'm going to increase my.
Basically, it's a I guess I would say it's a convent, isn't it? Almost that you're pretty much been
An
indoctrinated,
orphanage.
been
Yeah.
beaten to
Poor
death,
little guy.
not near death, into like.
You know what? What you just said that beaten to death and that. I'm going to increase my toughness by 5 as well.
Yeah, you hardcore.
Okay.
Beaten,
Yep.
don't it?
Yeah,
You
good.
hard
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Okay, right, Sean.
So try and think as you're going along. Try and think as it's coming along, like were you tortured? Were you a model pupil? Try and get these sorts of things in your head and how to role play that character.
My yes, my the lead of the orphanage was just simply referred to as Daddy.
What was your name again? You wanted Sean?
So Sean, I'm rolling your dice. Sean, I'm rolling your dice. And roll, here it rolls. Sean, you've rolled.
I think we give it to Lee.
Sean, oh my God, we're being very good. Sean, you've rolled an 82.
Ooh,
Shrine
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 World.
Shrine World, nice.
Shrine World.
Swine. He's a
Wine.
swine world.
Shrine World.
So I get
okay,
5 extra willpower.
Is that good?
That's good because my willpower was 26.
Okay, that's good.
And then I get either 5 to my intelligence, perception, or fellowship. Well, I think my perception was only 27, so I think I'll give my perception.
So in other words,
Nice.
you're now wearing glasses.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically
Exactly,
what I've done, I am actually. I hail from a shrine world, a holy devoted to the worship of the Imperial Creed. Shrine worlds are often crowded by cathedrals and temples, merging into one another. Fortified basilica, towering miles high, and colossal shrines to the God Emperor, and a myriad of Imperial saints. A shrine world is typically assigned its holy status due to a specific event believed to have occurred there, such as the birth or demise of a saint, a turning point in a crusade or war of faith, or an alleged miracle. Oh, I'm already getting in my head that there's going to be a miracle here. The
We haven't got
ecclesiarchy govern
Saint
the
Sean
shrine
the
world.
Third, have we?
What?
I have no idea.
Saint Sean the Third.
Absolutely. The
Don't use that
ecclesiarchy
nothing.
govern the shrine worlds of the Imperium, imposing the most rigid strictures of the Imperial Creed. As such, their denizens are often deeply devout, as well as experienced in dealing with diverse folk, making holy pilgrimage to their home. I gain a holy icon.
Hell
Be
yeah.
gone by the power of the
Oh,
God
no,
Emperor.
it's Sean the Zealot. What's going on?
Yes, it
It's
is.
Sean the Zealot.
It is Sean the Zealot.
I feel it's coming. Our Dark Tide gaming days are coming into real life, and I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Right,
Absolutely.
so here comes my Commissar Veteran roll. I am going to roll for my origin, and I have rolled 66, which is
Oh,
a
what have you got?
hive
What have you got? What have
world.
you got?
I am
Hive
a
world.
Oh, very nice.
hive world. So what do I get? Oh, I get a hive world. I get +5 to agility. I'm literally like the most
You
agile
rapid
person.
little motherfucker.
I'm an agile
You are a
I'm
cat.
an agile person like there's no tomorrow, because that puts me up to 43 agility. Hell
Jesus.
yeah. 43
I think
agility.
agility is not just for like balance and things, is it? It's used for lots of tests.
Oh, I also
You can do a
Move silently.
backflip.
I'm going to be
dodge.
prancing around this 40k scenario in a leotard, waving banners.
So what Simon's just rolled is a pole
He's a
dancer.
harlequin, really.
He's a pole dancer from a hive world.
I think.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So I get +5, and then I get +5 to either ballistic skill, perception, or fellowship. Ballistic skill, perception, or do you know what? I'm going to give myself +5 to ballistic skill. So I'm on a 40 ballistic skill and a 43 agility. Hell yeah!
Not only can you shoot, but you can dodge, Matrix style.
Damn straight. I am rocking this. You wait. I'm still going to roll the. I'm going to be like some assassin shooting agile pen pusher from.
So for those who don't know, for those at home who don't know, a hive world, you hail from a hive world, a planet dominated by one or more titanic vertical cities known as hives. We all know what hives are. Me and Simon have played Necromunda quite extensively. So a hive is essentially hundreds of cities stacked on top of one another, with a population of a single hive, often in the billions. No two hives are identical, but most are sealed environments where everything from the air that the citizens breathe to their very bodies are perpetually recycled. Hives rarely leave the level they are born on, let alone the hive city itself. These massive populations are set to work in vast manufactoriums to fulfill the insatiable industrial labour needs for the Imperium. Life is strictly stratified, with the highborn living in the upper reaches of the with access to air, sunlight, and all the best stuff. The middle levels devoted to perpetual toil. Those that will not accept life of endless labour sink into the lawless bowels of the lower hive, where criminals and cults hold sway, and only the strong endure.
Ooh, sounds just like me.
Yeah.
A lot
So
of wolves in there
it's all
just
that
to hit.
scouring at the outside of the hive, isn't it? Because you're a hive climber.
Yeah.
That's how you've got
Oh,
so agile.
I'm a hive runner. Yes, that would be cool. Okay, so we're on to now rolling for looking at the
Just remember, you get 25 XP as well for.
50 plus then 25, yeah. Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
you get it. Someone just
Yeah.
has to add that up and tell me at the end because I can't find where I put that down. So that's good. Okay. So
Next to distinguishing features.
Faction.
where's that? Is that the second page or top page? No.
What page?
Distinguishing features and no, that's it. Oh yes, I can. Oh yeah, it's a little small one. Okay, so I'm currently on 70. I'm currently on 75. That's cool. Okay. Right. So we're now on to choosing our faction. Your faction is the organization that you belong to, the group that took you in and kept you alive through to adulthood.
So did you get that you got a set of ugly filtration plugs?
Oh, I didn't.
Not nice ones. Ugly filtration plugs.
Don't do that.
Specifically mentioned that they are ugly.
No, that's unfair. That was used as like a, as a baby. It was hung above my cot. I used to play with them. It was all that Daddy could afford.
So I think sort of, if memory serves me, filtration plugs are like these things that they stick in their nose so they can breathe the toxic air and stuff in hives. In parts of the hive, so they could send you into like the toxic
I'm
areas.
not being funny. I don't need them beautiful. I need them functional, darling. So therefore, ugly plugs are fine by me.
Function over fashion,
Exactly.
sir. Function over fashion.
That needs to be your name. Plug.
Ugly plug. Great. Well, let's see what I roll for my faction. I could be fairly highborn. Thank you.
Sean got a holy icon as well.
Yes,
I don't
he
know
did
if that was
mention
I
mentioned.
did get a holy icon.
Yeah.
Love it.
For all of
Yes.
you blasphemers to the God Emperor.
Hang on. So that's in my equipment. Ugly. What was it? Ugly plugs.
Ugly filtration plugs.
I just can't miss out the filtration.
They go in your nose,
Filtration.
not any other part of your body.
It depends on how you're feeling at the time, my friend. Right.
And it depends on
Depends
what
what's
you need
getting
filtration.
infiltrated.
Maybe I need
I
some of
was going
them.
to say, no, you need much more filtration than just a few plugs, my friend. It's
You need,
you need
the plugs that you need stop something coming out. They fucking.
you need a hive sump. Right. Okay. So we're on to the faction basically, and then it's from getting a faction, we're going to be then having duty. Now we're talking about factions which are very similar to when we were doing the Patron. So that's going to be quite cool. But what they do is they give us a table. For the world which we were born in. So there's more chance if you were born in in different worlds, your origin. There's more chance of getting certain job roles to go along with that sort of narrative. From the seams of it. So shall we roll once again? We're rolling a
D100, and you gain 75 experience.
if we hold it, D100 to determine and you gain 75 if you do it randomly. Lee, here comes your faction. Boom! You've rolled 64.
60.
Where did you come from?
I'm in the
You're in
guard.
the guard, son.
I'm in the guard, son.
So you were moulded. There you go. That's your back. This is all coming together, though, isn't it? Because you was in the scholar, so you was moulded by this really. I don't know. I'm just giving you an example that it could be like a sergeant who used to abuse you. like physically and beat you around the head. You're in the guard. And now you are in the guard. You've been indoctrinated. So you could really come up with this really, really smart backstory for your guy already.
Love it. Love it. He's in the guard.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean, where are you?
Where am I?
Well, he's ex-guard, isn't he? So he'd be ex-guard at this point. He
Uh,
survived longer than 15 minutes. Well, he would be because he's been taken out and lifted up by a
I
patron,
just
hasn't
rolled
he?
a 10 and a 2, but the 10 is on the left. Now I'm going to re-roll that because can't really do that as a unless it's a 1.
Command point reroll.
It'd be 2, wouldn't it? Oh.
Will be 102. I've rolled a 0, and we said the 0 is a 10, which means I've got a 10 and a 2. But it should be the dice. No, but it should be the dice on the left is your 10s, and the
But
dice
if it's
on the
that
right is
if it's that way, it would be a 0, wouldn't it? Because you'd be.
Oh yes, it is. You're right. It is a 0. So I've rolled you a 2.
Just a 2.
Adeptus That's what you wanted.
The Administratum. Yes, wonderful. My benefits: I gain 5% intelligence, and all of that fun stuff. I get 5 advances to spend on dexterity, linguistics, logic, law, Medicaid, and navigation.
Oh, that's cool. Are we gonna have to talk?
I gain the Data Delver talent. I will delve into your datas, people.
Misses.
I gain a set of ropes, a data slate, and a writing kit with 800 solars.
Nice.
And a choice of an auto quill, a Chirurgeon's kit, a picked recorder, or a Voxcaster.
It depends what sub roll.
Oh, it depends on my sub roll.
Example, because if you look, it says you can get this or that or other. So basically, you've just rolled, and this is quite interesting. You've rolled Adeptus Administratum, so it gives you examples of a duty. So that's your faction, then you have a job in that. So an example would be you could be an officio medicae, so you could be a bit of a doctor, and then you get +5 intelligence, +5 perception.
Yeah, I see it.
Basically, you could either take one of those pre-made ones for a roll, or you could go to that where you were reading from that green box. You can then basically build your own from that.
Oh no, look at that.
We'll do that in a second.
Yeah.
We'll roll for yours first.
I am administrator.
Okay, right. Let's go. Rolling into mine. What was I? I was a hive world. Here we go. I've rolled a 99.
Is that the Inquisition?
I am 99. I'm in the Rogue Trader Dynasty, baby.
Oh, you cheeky son of a gun.
Yes, Rogue Trader Dynasty.
Awesome. You're going to have to do a bit of research on Rogue Traders because they're quite one of the things that I don't think is covered much on the tabletop, is it? So we probably have. It's the role that we would have the least knowledge of. We'll do a bit of research and sort of try and role play it off that way.
It gives me +5 fellowship and +5 to agility. I'm up to 48 agility, baby.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's cool. And then I can spend 5 advances on intuition, linguistics, navigation, presence, plotting, piloting, and rapport, and a deal maker. So I can either be an adventurer, a catologist. So an adventurer, so I can expand the frontiers of the Imperium. I can have a duty to explore on behalf and look at the environments, or I can be.
Do you choose those secondary roles, or do you roll? Are you going to roll for it?
No, you choose one, don't you?
I think you can choose because there's not a table for it, is there?
I think you roll the faction, and then you can be one of those because basically you then pick what you get from it. So that's quite cool.
That's quite good.
So, because we're doing an RPG, I would like to sort of just give a bit of background on the factions that you've rolled. I'm sure most people are aware if they know what 40k is, but for those who are coming in new as an RPG, I'm just going to cover what you guys have rolled, and I'm going to give a brief outline. So you rolled, Lee. It was the guard, wasn't it? So you was in the Astra Militarum. That's where you hail from. No, isn't it the signing stuff they do? Isn't that right? That's it. It's like that.
Equaler. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So members of hang on, that's not it. That's the Adeptus Telepathica. So while the Astra Militarum is wrong page. Hang on. Here we go. So Lee's faction. We all know what the Astra Militarum do. They're the first line of defence, normally a planetary force. conscripted into. It's the largest standing army in the known galaxy. They're known as the Emperor's Hammer. Brute force of billions of troops divided into numeral regiments. So you survive by, so they win battles by their sheer weight of numbers. They have simple weaponry with lots of training. So they all use las guns. We all know what the simple las gun is. Not the strongest weapon in 40k, but again, it's 1,000 cuts, isn't it? So they got a million torches
I'm
all
charging
shining.
it up, by the way.
Sorry?
I'm charging it up, by the way.
You're charging it up.
Love it.
Oh, yes.
So each guardsman is a frontline bulwark against the Imperium's enemies. On the one hand, a regiment knows that they are but one deployment away from death. Another set of coldly calculated fatalities on the administrator report, Sean.
Yes.
You'll be reporting Lee's death.
Absolutely.
other
I've already
hand-
decided that because I'm blind, so really low perception, pretty low willpower, but I'm really tough, quite strong, and I can shoot really well, that I'm actually the probably most deadly scrivener you could ever come across.
You just throw the quill at their face or something.
Absolutely.
The Astra Militarum, this is just to give you a bit of an idea as well to how to roleplay it, Lee. So the Astra Militarum standard recruiting process is extremely basic. Basically, if you can walk you and hold a gun, you're in. The vast majority of Imperial Guardsmen are recruited by order of planetary governor desperate to fulfill the tithe of the Imperium, and they draw from the slums, prisons, and hives alike. Most recruits would likely prefer to be almost anywhere but in the Guard. This may have been your experience of the Astra Militarum. It's not universal, and upbringing on a feral or feudal world may have seen you compete for the right to join armies of the distant Emperor. You may see your commission as an honour to serve the master of mankind, showing your family that you've got true grit, or as means of escaping a life of drudgery. One way or
I have
another.
no family.
No, you
Fine.
don't. You was an orphan. That's why. One way or another, maybe it's vengeance. Maybe you sort of know your parents were killed by the armies of chaos or the Tyranids, and you thought you'd go in the Guard as well. One way or another, you'll have a story to tell your fellow Guardsmen about how you got here, unless it's a secret you'd rather keep to yourself. An Imperial Guardsman's day is mostly filled with tedium, but it takes hard work and discipline to keep the Emperor's armies well-oiled and ready for anything. Even on the hard days when you're worn down and angry, you maintain your equipment and you keep your uniform crisp and presentable for the Commissar and fulfill your duties on whatever way your officers command. Such is the nature of service. So, Sean, you rolled Administratum, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, so members of the Ministratum, or the Ecclesiarchy as they're sometimes known, are responsible for the enforcement of the propagation of the Imperial Creed. The Imperial cult serves to unite mankind across the vast distances of space, differing cultures and language barriers, from the Ecclesiarchal Palace on Terra to the smallest feral world shrines. Unwitting citizens frequently believe there is a single canonical interpretation of the Imperial Creed, and while this is true of the core tenets, the details are often bent and reforged by cardinals to fit aspects of their belief in the diocese. Like most Imperial citizens, you've been exposed to the Imperial Creed since birth. You know that the God Emperor protects the Imperium. His grace
You're reading the Ministorum, I got the Administratum. So while the Astra Militarum are doubtless the largest army in the galaxy, many are surprised that there exists another to rival it. Yes, the Administratum! Familiar with scroll and auto
yeah, sorry.
rather than las gun and frag grenade. Carry on, sir.
Right, go on, you're doing a good job.
The servants of the Emperor consist of billions of scribes, curators, bureaucrats, menials, among countless other ranks. These adepts wield is often underestimated the power by civilians until they deal directly with the Administratum. If anything is happening within the Emperor's realm, the Administratum has permits to allow it to happen, logs to say what was done, and significators to say who was responsible. They ensure no building is commissioned, no delivery unsigned, no planetary invasion conducted without the proper paperwork. I will get that signature on that paperwork, damn it. Civilians generally believe that working for the Administrator makes for a safe and secure existence, but this couldn't be further from the truth. No one is safe in the Imperium. A single piece of misfiled paperwork, overdue tithe, or an unsigned document can affect the lives of billions. The Administratum's power to hamper the swiftness of other organizations can put a target on the back of even the most mild-mannered scribe. And when you've not got very good perception, you won't see them behind you. Perhaps you didn't know when you signed up, but you are all too aware of the vastness of the Administratum's remit. Starting at the bottom of the Administratum is the fate of most who enter the service, the majority of whom inherited the position or were nominated for it by an ancestor decades before their birth. You might have spent some time as a driver for a busy cipher, or been a file clerk within the Imperial Data Vault, or even as a cleaner for the Officio Medicae facility. Climbing the labyrinthine ranks above you, starting out at higher positions, it's much more difficult. It's often more about who you know than displaying what you are capable of. A family patron may have brought you into the Administratum under their wing. A great deal of adepts tend to follow in their parents' footsteps, but it may have been what you know that laid out your path to the top. Your unenviable duties mostly consist of craning over a dimly lit lectern, covered in a sea of demanding paperwork. Under the Departamento Munitorum, you inventory weapon stockpiles and make sure they arrive at the correct galactic front. For the Logi Strategos, you might collate the battlefield reports of 100 commanders to formulate a concise report of losses and gains. And for the office of the Departamento Exacta, you may assist in the calculation of an imperial tithe for a planet of 60 billion souls.
Wow, no pressure.
No pressure whatsoever for a guy who's got not the highest perception, willpower, and intelligence.
Where did I put my tax
I
report?
love it. I love it.
My perception's that low. It can be behind me. There's a piece of paper that I need, and I just can't seem to
You
find
could
it.
be holding it in your hand and you still wouldn't know it's there.
I love it.
Where are my glasses? I was wearing glasses earlier.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, and then for Rogue Trader, just for me, I'm part of the Rogue Trader Dynasties, which is a family of interstellar highborn merchants who serve the Imperium of Man, though it cannot be denied that they tend to profit greatly from their duties. They bear ancient warrants of trade, documents granted by the Emperor and tied directly into their family lineage, affording them the freedom to explore uncharted territory outside of the Imperium's reach, trade with strange Xenos, and exterminate threats as they see fit. So that's a kind of overview of what they do. So I'll be on my void ships and all that sort of stuff. So so that's where we are. That's pretty cool. So we've got a guard, a scribbler, and a rogue trader.
Yeah, we do.
A dribbler.
Now,
Now we can pick duties.
The duties are So basically, I've gone down the route of I'm going to be a rogue trader adventurer. Suave and sophisticated, and specializing a bit in piloting. So I'm going to be a good pilot. I've got an auto pistol, and I've got a bit of intuition. So it's raised my intuition fairly decently. And like I said, I'm an expert pilot with a bit of presence as well, and fairly decent navigation skills. Goes nicely.
I am going to be a scrivener. I get an extra 5 intelligence, and I get an extra 5 willpower, certainly needed at this point. And then I get some dexterity, linguistics, and law. +1 dexterity, +2 linguistics and law, and an auto quill. My auto quill is mightier than a sword.
Well, it has to be honest.
You will fear my auto quill by the end of this.
Exactly.
So I get an auto quill as part of my equipment. Also,
Lee, what you go for?
So I could be either a melee specialist, a trooper, or a scout. Considering I think scout might be sort of going down your route, Simon. It was basically either a trooper or a melee specialist. And I've gone down the melee specialist because I want a chainsword.
Oh,
damn it!
And you did roll quite high in your toughness, didn't you?
So I rolled high on my toughness. I get another 5 toughness, so I'm now at 44 toughness.
Jesus.
So I can survive everything. And I get +5 to my weapon skill. So that's now going to be at 40. So I can pretty much hit anything I want. I just have no strength to actually cut anything.
Nice.
So you can slightly bop
Um,
them, and then when they bop you back, you're going to be like, "Oh, what did you do?"
Guys, help!
You do. We
He's not
do.
dead.
We do all gain 75 XP for doing this random
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
cool.
We do.
We do.
Okay, so are we ready to move on? Do we think we're ready to move on?
I think we're ready.
So
to move on.
interesting enough, what I'm then looking at is we're now onto our role, and basically that means the role is the manner in which you serve.
Know your role, jabroni.
Which is the manner in which you serve your patron. Your patron has elevated you from the rest of the society, spending precious time and resources to ensure you can do what you need to do. And your role describes how you are likely to approach challenges and how you will contribute to the group's success. So basically, whether you're so you've got a few different options. Like a savant will be a valuable operative, so that's someone who knows lots and that sort of stuff. Penumbra, who's basically like a secret stealthy assassin type person. You've got your interlocutor, who's more about negotiation and finding ways around problems which isn't fighting. And you've got obviously a warrior. So it says, interesting enough, your origin and faction are clear designations with the Imperium, but your role is more fluid. Your role is not usually a title, though some may describe you that way, but it's more of a broad classifications of how you serve the group and your patron. Your role gives you a choice of talents, grants you a number of advances in skills frequently associated with that role, and that sort of stuff. And there's two options we've got to choose from. Choose a role and gain its benefits. Well, we haven't chosen anything so far, so that's probably not what we're going to do. Or it says we can allow your patron to determine your role as best fits their needs and get 50 XP.
I will do that.
Or you can ignore any requirements for talents and skill specializations gained from your role, though note the characters with the blank talent may not become mystics. Okay, so you can ignore it. There is a random talents table if we wanted to. It says, as an optional rule, your group may choose to use this random talents table. So you can actually randomly, but that would be complete chaos. So did we want to go down the set route and let Adam decide?
I'm happy with that.
We've got to give him something to
True.
do.
Look, he's
in this
there.
episode.
He's quite happy. He's like, I've got to do something. So Adam, basically, you now know our characters. We need a savant, the clever sort of support, knows a lot and data driven. You've got the penumbra, stealthy assassin type person. The interlocutor, who's negotiation when violence is an option, but the threat or implementation of violence might be, you might.
Okay, I've already decided.
Or a
I think
warrior.
because it kind of fits in.
Go for
So I think Sean has to be the savant.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I wanted to be the zealot. But okay.
There
savant.
isn't a zealot option.
Yeah, there is.
There is
hang
a
on.
zealot
There is a
option.
zealot.
Oh,
Yeah.
hang on a minute. Then hang on. Sorry, I'm reading from the book, and it just said. Okay, I take that back. So we got interlocutor, who's the solve problems with words, not weapons. The mystic. So beyond what many you think of as.
Hang on, what page is this on?
76.
Sorry about that. I was reading
Up to
the first
80.
part, and I assumed they mentioned them all, but they didn't.
Yeah, I'm on the same as you, Simon.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's all.
So
I see.
interlocutor,
Okay.
mystic, who's is warp trained, so psycho basically. The penumbra is the assassin, thieves, spies, covert operatives. The savant is the expert scholar, the warrior, or you've got the zealot. Or Sean the zealot. We did say at the start, a zealot who's full of zealotness.
Who's just sitting there with the Imperial Creed, writing down and making notes, thinking to himself, I'm doing this for the Emperor, I'm doing this for the Emperor, I'm doing this for the Emperor.
You could be
before he goes
You
crazy.
could be a zealot in paperwork, surely.
Absolutely.
Take that paperwork. Document 7.3. Die.
Yeah. Burn, heretic.
Burn heretic paper.
Like that.
But it's up to Adam.
Go on, Patron.
Just having a quick scan. Sorry.
Ooh.
I think Lee's got to be a warrior.
Lead a warrior.
Yeah.
chainsaw.
So the Imperial Guardsman, lasgun clutched in trembling hands, facing down a chirruping horde of Xenos monsters. The Skitari Rangers stalking their prey across the salt dunes of the Forge World. Even the lowly Ganger waving a rusted autogun in the face of Administratum Adept to exhort another crate of mouldering rations. All these warriors are in service to one cause or another. They're a diverse bunch as any other role. They all have a common aptitude for violence, but they may share nothing beyond this, although any warrior is comfortable with a broad array of armaments. Many specialise in certain weaponry. So you could be like an ex sort of guardsman who's come to, I picked because you're sitting at the bar getting pissed all the time. Right, come on, you.
You weren't
I need
there,
you to
son.
die.
You weren't there. They were in the trees, man. They were in the trees.
You weren't there.
So you
was-
can choose
I
two
was on
talents.
Armageddon, dude. I was on Armageddon.
You can choose two talents from Deadeye, Disarm, Drilled, Duelist, Tactical Movement, and Two-Handed Cleave.
I cleaved him, man. Oh God, I went and cleaved him.
You don't know what it feels like to cleave.
So many heads went everywhere, man.
You don't know what it was like.
Dear of him.
This sounds like fun. Liking my character.
Awesome. Sounds good.
So you get to choose two talents: Deadeye, Disarm, Drilled, Duelist, Tactical Movement, and Two-Handed Cleave. We'll have a look at what they do off screen, I think.
Yeah.
You can have skill advances. You have 3 advances to spend on Athletics, Fortitude, Medicae, Melee, Ranged, and Reflexes. Specialization, you have 2 advances to spend on any specialization in Melee, Ranged, and Reflexes. And equipment, you gain a knife, any mundane... Oh, this is what you want. So any mundane melee weapon or a chainsword.
He's already got.
I already have a chainsaw.
Get 2. Have a backup.
One in each hand.
A las pistol or stub revolver.
Can you
a las gun or a shotgun.
Can he attach his chainswords handles one to that, and he'd be like a 40k Darth Maul, where he just...
Well, I think if he slips with him, he's going to need sort of 4 arms after that grafted onto him, isn't he?
Amazing. That would be amazing.
That would be pretty cool.
So you gain a las pistol or stub revolver, a las gun or a shotgun. What have you got already?
Las pistol and a chainsaw.
Okay, so you can have a las gun or a shotgun. Frag grenade, scrap plate or flak jacket, a backpack, a set of survivor gear, and a Vox bead.
Wherever they are.
Vox bead is a communicator.
A backpack's pretty obvious. Survival gear is fairly obvious.
A Vox bead.
I missed the perception there in the corner.
It is a Vox bead, not an anal bead. So no talking out your ass.
Oh dear God.
What you're here for.
So yep, if you're happy with that. I think I'm going to choose Simon to be.
Gonna be.
It has to be, surely. Surely it has to be a certain
one. Let's see.
I think Simon's got to be an interlocutor.
Really?
Oh.
Well, you're like, because you're a rogue trader, but you'll be used to being although you're an adventurer, you will still be used to be sort of flying around negotiating with people for trade deals.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Why? What did you want to be?
No, it wasn't what I wanted to be. If I was, because of my high agility and ballistic skill, I was thinking you were going to send me down the assassin route, but an interlocutor would be.
I thought you were going to go down the assassin.
Yeah,
I thought you would.
Well, maybe the patron doesn't always want violence as the first answer.
No, interesting. Well,
what the fuck am I here?
Isn't he such a dull dish?
Still is an answer. It's just not the first answer.
And I won't be very good at it with my stats, but thanks.
Oh, so what was your stats? Sorry.
Well, what is it? Linguistics is 28, and
right.
My linguistics is 28. My rapport is 30.
So you're a shit diplomat then.
I've got 28 intelligence.
Maybe you beguile them by pole dancing, and that's where your agility comes from.
that could be it. It could be it. Fine. So interlocutor, is that your final answer, sir?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we go with that.
Okay, I'm going to get interlocutor.
You do get to choose 4 talents: air of authority, bribes, deal maker, distracting, gallows, humour, gothic gibberish, lick, spittle, and overseer. Again, we'll have to have a look what those are. I can't remember every single skill.
Yeah, sounds good. Prefer to solve problems with words and not weapons. Oh.
Although I think you
there goes my ballistic skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe your gun is called word. You'll always have the final word.
Yeah, cool. Okay, no worries. Sounds good.
So skill advances, you have 3 advances to spend on awareness, discipline, intuition, linguistics, presence. So you can actually advance those anyway. And rapport. Specialization, you have 2 advances to spend on any specialization for intuition, presence, and rapport. You gain a knife, allows pistol or a stub revolver, a set of survival gear, vox bead, and either a Lord Hailer. I think that's like a microphone, isn't it? A Lord Hailer. It's a loud hailer.
Loud hailer.
Lord, Laud, spelled a pict recorder or a vox caster. So there you go. You've got a Lord Hailer and a pict recorder for making your videos when you're pole dancing and streaming them online.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
And Sean?
Yes?
I'm going to choose you. Shall I make him an assassin? Stabs people with his eye.
With my really high levels of perception, I'm going to be an assassin.
I think what it is, right? The patron, so he's just sort of picked people thinking, oh, he'd be good, and he hasn't got a clue what they actually do. He just picked this bumbling sort of bunch of idiots who are actually not good for the roles. Oh yeah, that's a good assassin, and he's walking backwards essentially.
What am I going to be then?
A warrior?
A warrior?
No. I think it's got to be some
Say,
savant.
do you want 2 warriors?
I'm going savant.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a savant.
That's going to fit in with some of the secret roles I had to do.
With my limited intelligence, I will savant away.
Oh, I love
it. You are.
Oh, and
my talent of artiste, attentive assistant.
But remember, it's your job to role play these as well. So it's not just about building your character.
I've got 2 words to say as a savant. That if you know of Eisenhorn, you'll understand. It's how perturbatory.
That's so cool. Absolutely. That's so good.
Eidetic, memory, and law brilliant. I have 3 advances to spend on logic, law, Medicaid, navigation, piloting, and tech.
There's no intelligence there, is there? Or perception.
Yeah. Law, Medicaid, and tech. I gain a knife, a blast pistol, or a stub revolver. I want a knife. A set of slings, a data slate, a set of survival gear, and a vox bead. And any 2 of the following: an Auspex, auto quill. I've already got one of those. Chirurgeon's tools, a combi tool, a diagnostic Noster, a multi-compass, or a multi-key. I want a combi tool. I'm breaking into these people's houses.
You're going to steal their data. You're going to steal their
I'm going to steal their data.
Just don't forget the 3 digits on the back.
Combi tool and a multi-key.
Sounds good. Awesome. It's all coming together. So now that we've got that out of the way, we've been obviously given all of that stuff. Now it does say equipment. Your character starts play with the equipment determined by your origin, faction, and role. So we've already talked about those a little bit. Be sure to record everything you do for weapons and armor. Note the statistics from the chapter 5. So we'll go in and do that off screen. Look at those ones. So I'm starting with an auto pistol. And then I'm going to choose from one of those lists, like maybe a stub revolver would be cool or something like that. So that's cool. And then we're on to the adding detail, where basically there's a list of names, but whether we want to do a random roll for names or whether we want to do that. But then basically we then look at physical appearance, such as age, distinguishing features. Eye type and hair. So the fun thing is that you can roll on those tables for age, eye type, hair, and distinguishing features, which I thought would be quite funny.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna roll everything other than my name.
Okay.
Got my name
yeah,
already.
So let's not. Okay. Yeah. I think name wise, I think we need to introduce ourselves properly in the first mission anyway. I think that'd be cool. Right. So Lee, are you ready? Here comes your age. You are. Hang on. Oh no, 17. Oh no, I've done it. Hang on. What does that mean?
He's 77.
Well, that's 47. But I'm
47.
just looking at the table now. It says recruit is 17 plus D10. A veteran. Oh, I suppose you choose if you want to be a recruit, a veteran, a rejuvenate, or a augmented. What would you like? What would you like to be?
Yeah.
I gotta be a vet.
Remember you. Yeah, because you've already served
So you
your
wanna-
guard, I think. So
You want to be?
I mean, you don't
Yeah.
have to be.
So
you could have
I
been
got to be
booted
a vet.
out before you even
17
got
plus
in.
47. What's that? 64. So you're 64 years
64.
old. A young whippersnapper, really. Okay.
Cool
Sean,
beans.
Sean, do you want to be a Sean, do you
That's
want to be a
old for
recruit,
guard.
a veteran, a rejuvenate, or augmented?
Augmented.
Oh, you're 100 plus 5d10. What's going on here? Right, so you're getting. Oh my God! Someone do maths, please. God,
That's
you have got 10, 19, 20, 21. So you're 121 years old.
Ideal.
Fucking hell. Is he
Yeah,
really?
5d10 plus 100. So he's 100.
That's why he. That's why he
121.
can't see
And
anything.
I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be. Shall I be a younger veteran sort of rogue trader, or shall I be a rejuvenate, a bit older? What do we think for the group? Shall I?
Oh, be a young one.
Shall I be?
Be the little.
Shall I be?
Yeah.
Shall I be? Shall I
Young,
be? Shall I
scrappy
be a
and hungry.
scrappy, hungry recruit, or shall I be a veteran?
Be a recruit.
Okay, I'm going to roll 1d10 then. So I'm a young whippersnapper of d10 plus 17. Ooh, I'm 21 years old. Oh God. Well, 21. And
You're
luckily,
what, 21?
Luckily that's not
Jesus
far off
Christ.
my current age. So therefore I'll be able to roleplay that very well. Right. Lee, we're doing a D100 roll for your eye type. Here we go.
Did Sean roll his age?
121.
So Lee, you've rolled a
121.
94, which means that you've got haunted eyes. Oh, that's so good.
Oh.
Lee,
That's
I was
literally
hoping you'd have
perfect.
hard
haunted
eyes.
eyes. Sean, you've rolled 81. So you've got curious eyes. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not,
can't
you'll
see.
realise anyway. They've been redone multiple times, so it's just whoever's they came from. And for my young whippersnapper, I've rolled a 41, which means that I've got suspicious eyes. Oh,
I see on this list there's no sexy
yeah. Someone
eyes.
tells me that's not. They don't exist in 40k anymore.
Not really
right.
the grim dark vibe they're going with.
So here we go. So
No.
Simon's the pole dancer. I
so
want to see him role
Lee
playing that.
and your haunted eyes, what hair do you have? You've rolled an 89, which means that Lee, you've got metal wires or spikes.
Wait.
I think you guys.
That's my style. That's my style.
It doesn't
No,
matter if you're not an artist.
Oh,
but you
sorry,
draw
no,
these
you're-
characters.
Oh, sorry, you're
You got to roll
bareheaded.
two.
You're bareheaded first. You're bareheaded.
Bareheaded.
And that's the colour.
Yeah.
You're bareheaded. Oh no, do I have to roll a style for that? I can't really, can I? Because you're bareheaded. So you're just bolding. Sean, your hairstyle is 82. You're bareheaded. It's Attack of the Baldy Brigade. and
Like two little bald testicles in a row.
And from my beautiful locks of a 21-year-old, I've rolled a 45. So I'm blonde, of course. and
Oh,
And
pretty
my
boy
style.
here.
Oh, pretty.
and my
boy.
style is and my
Hold
style
on,
is
sir.
46, which is long. I'm blonde with long hair as a 21.
Oh, Brad Pitt over here.
Thor.
on
He
his
just rolled
on his
Thor.
little spaceship flying around.
Oh god, it's all coming together so nicely. Right, okay, Lee. What distinguishing features do you have? Here we go. You've got.
Please say it's an unexploded bolt shell lodged in your chest.
You've got.
Yes.
You've got a 34. Do we have to roleplay this? You've got 34. You are heavily. You are heavily scarred, perhaps from combat. That's so cool.
I think it's from the two chainsaws he's accidentally sort of gouged.
I was learning how to do 2 chainswords like they do on Armageddon. You weren't there. It got me in the face.
Sean,
Yeah.
your distinguishing features are 96. So your distinguishing features is 96.
I'm unremarkable. Another infinitely replaceable cog in the endless machinery of the Imperium.
Oh, how disappointing. Okay, and then my distinguishing features are 46, which means that parts of my skull are covered in metal plate. Oh dear.
21 with long blonde hair.
I had a bad time with an ex-girlfriend.
But what I'm picturing is that you've got like this long blonde hair, and then like his sort of skull here is like metal, just above his eye.
Yeah,
just like a plate
cool.
there.
So then,
Probably why Meek likes you so
we
much.
need to go to. We are gonna basically. So that's that, and we're gonna then have. We then choose, after we've done that, we choose our goals, which means we have short-term goals like taking revenge on something, long-term goals of having ambitions and things like that, and we basically then achieve our goals. But it says that when choosing goals, look at your character's origin, faction, and role. A goal should be something that excites you. So I think we pick our goals. For the where we introduce ourselves at the start of the next one. I think is quite cool.
Yeah.
So we have 3 characters.
Indeed.
Oh, we have connections, don't we?
Yeah.
Or
So
does
we got to
matter?
we got to make connections
goals.
between us. So it says 10 questions and that's the stuff. But perhaps we need to come back to that, I think. But the last thing which I thought would be quite good would be divinations. It says death is inevitable. Roll once on the table to determine your divination. A powerful portent your character received during their life. Perhaps there's a doctrine or something they always resonated with them. If your character's death reflects that divination, your next character begins to play with bonus XP equal to half of the deceased life's XP. So here we go. Lee, your character.
So I think this is the thing, isn't it? You're gonna, because it's 40k. You're probably gonna die.
I'm gonna die in the first like 10 minutes.
Well, you should be dead anyway.
Lee,
you've been
your
in the guard.
character. The Emperor bestows upon us the gift of intolerance.
Oh.
Sean, yours is 72. The greatest armor is contempt.
Sounds like a very zealotry thing to say.
It does. Well, I think you basically sit at your desk dreaming of the day you would become a zealot.
You're like one of those office workers, aren't you? Who sit there and they just suddenly go mental and start stabbing people and killing them with a stapler.
And that's because I'm so unremarkable.
And as Adam likes me to be the pole dancer, mine is: do not ask why you serve, only ask how.
Certainly not for the coin.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. We have some awesome characters built. Looking forward to it. So we get off camera. We're going to name them. We're going to just We're going
shame them.
Just make sure we put out all of our points properly. And look at our equipment, make sure we've got all that sorted, and we'll do our connections and our names. And so therefore at the start of the next one, or at the start of our missions, we'll introduce ourselves as our characters, give the lowdown on that, and then we'll go from there. Sounds good? Sounds good. That's amazing. Well, hope you've enjoyed it for the character creation. We've definitely had fun and had a giggle doing it. We're enjoying it so far.
I think we just, to hell with the RPG,
so
we just roll characters.
It's so good. Well, the good news, we're just all hoping now that our characters die quite early on, so we can just keep on rolling. If every mission we can just lose all our characters and then re-go again, that would be great.
That would be
Yeah, that would be cool. Basically, come back on episode 3 where we're going to be starting our journey with these awesome characters, and we hope you're on board for it because we're excited to do it, and it's going to be a laugh no matter what happens.
That'll probably be up in the next couple of weeks, I think, because we've got a bit of homework to do on this, haven't we? And
We're going to get
then we'll be ready to go.
Sorted. Yeah, cool.
Pretty much there, yeah.
So thanks for joining us. Once again, let us know what you think of it. Give us some comments. Don't forget, like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff because we want to bring you more of this and we're going to have a well of a time doing it. Right.
Woo, woo.
Thanks for joining us, guys. See you soon. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Adios.